Hi, welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. Now, if you can't sign Alexis Sanchez to a new contract, then why not try and move for the new Alexis Sanchez? Well, that's what this kid's been described as. His name is Marcelo Allende. He's 17, Chile, or he's from Chile, should I say, and he plays for a club in Chile, goes by the name of Deportivo Cabrillo. Now, the rumours are that Arsenal have given him a third trial. He's been on trial 2 times before at Arsenal, and he's been dubbed in Chile the new Alexis. And as I said, had 2 trials previously with Arsenal. Arsenal have apparently invited him back for a third trial. They're very interested in him. They like him a lot, but he is a little bit on the small side, only 5'4" inches tall. Apparently on one of the previous trials, Alexis advised him to go away and, bulk up a bit more, get a bit stronger. But he's a highly talented player, plays as attacking midfielder. He was the captain of the under-17 Chile team in the 2015 under-17 World Cup, where he scored 2 goals. And, essentially he's a winger. He's a winger player, but a very talented one. And Arsenal apparently invited him back for a third trial, so let's see what happens with that. One for the future, but very, on a day where there's not loads of stories, a lot of the outlets have gone with this one, the new Alexis. Alvaro Morata is still heavily linked to Arsenal today, and a lot of the newspapers saying that, and including this radio station over in Spain, still reporting heavily on this, that Morata wants to move. As I said a couple of days ago, he says that he feels cheated by Zidane, which is very, very strong. That's bound to upset the manager and mean that you're going to get even less game time. Linked with Arsenal, linked with Chelsea, both of those very heavily. With the Arsenal one, I think a lot of that's more to do with the fact that he's been so heavily linked with us in the past. The Chelsea one, they're obviously looking for a replacement for Costa long term. And now Juventus have apparently joined the fray as well. So it's been put out there that there's like a three-way tussle between Arsenal, Juventus, and Chelsea. Before I forget that. Now, I wanted to ask you guys, Morata, is he all that? I'm still unconvinced with Morata. Would you rather have Morata or Giroud? Morata or Giroud? I'm going to do that in a poll today. No, I'm not even going to say would you rather. Who's better, Morata or Giroud? That's what I want to find out, because before you can consider buying a player like this, and I know Morata's a lot younger, and that's why I don't want to ask it about who should we buy, because who would you rather? Because then you might angle and say to yourself, well, Morata, he's younger, more years ahead of him. Giroud obviously getting a bit older. But who is better, Morata or Giroud? That's what I'm going to ask in a poll today, because it's really intriguing for me. Now, Mbia Niang has signed for Watford on loan till the end of the season. And I know you're wondering to yourself, why is he mentioning this? Because he hasn't signed for Arsenal, he signed for Watford. It's just very intriguing for me, because this was a guy that a couple of weeks ago was heavily linked with Arsenal. Every day practically, rumours coming out about him joining Arsenal. He's ended up going to Watford on loan until the end of the season. And I just think it's a classic case of where either a club or an agent is pushing their player out there because they want to get him a move. Right now, he was being linked with Arsenal. Absolutely no basis really, but day in, day out, it was being taught that Arsenal were interested in taking him, which obviously it seems to me that wasn't true. Arsenal blessed in that area at the moment of strikers, and if they are going to go for a striker, it'd be more of a grade up striker than a Niang. But obviously this is, as I said, it's a classic case of either the club, AC Milan, they want to get him off of their wage bill till the end of the season, they want to push him out there, so they talk him up, or his agent out there, linking him with absolutely everybody so he can ensure that he gets a good loan move before the end of the season. And a classic case of this, he's ended up at Watford. It'll be very interesting. We'll be able to get an early look at him because Watford are playing against Arsenal on Tuesday, so he might get a run out in that. We'll be able to see just how good he is. But Niang has joined Watford. Alexis watch today. It's quite quiet on Alexis watch today. I mean, Just some nice little pictures of him training and, you know, seeming pretty content with himself. I doubt he'll play in the Southampton game today. He's probably going to be rested ahead of the game against Watford. I remember we did that poll yesterday where we asked Alexis or Marco Reus, who would you rather? Now, I've never seen a poll go so much in favour of one player. 92% of you said you would rather Alexis than Marco Reus. 92%. That is extraordinary. So I think that ends that argument right there and then. Everybody would like to see Alexis Sanchez stay at the club. It's vital that we keep him. Those polls just prove it. I mean, Reus is a top player. 92%. Let's get into a couple of comments. Henry Pascal says, bruv, neither Morata or Reus are as good as Sanchez because he's tried and tested in the Premier League. It's passion number one and performance, and he's not interested in Marco Reus. Moving on to Jackal04, he says, I prefer Alexis to Reus, but it would be great to have Alexis and Reus at the club. Reus could take Alex Iwobi's position. Iwobi is a great player with lots of potential, but he still has to gain experience and improve. So if Arsenal had Reus for the meantime, that would be great. Toyosi says, I'm unsure of Morata. I'm unsure of Morata too. But the little that I do know of him, he's a good finisher and he has good technique. He is more of a striker than Giroud. And Kizaru27 says, Reus is overrated. He has too many injuries. And Stephen Melvin says, I wouldn't be happy if we got Morata. He's some sort of similar sort of player like Lacazette. It's not a forward that we need, but we need a little light midfielder that we should be trying to get somebody like Payet or Pjanic. Okay, so thanks for that. So Morata or Giroud? Let me know in the poll. Thanks for watching the show, and we'll be back around about the same time tomorrow.